So I'm going to make a Scottish T-bar key today, which are used to open the old Cold War ROC bunkers. We've been to see a few, we've got inside a couple, we've made a video on one, which you can watch here somewhere. And some are locked with padlocks, and some are still locked with the old original T-bar key. It's a Scottish T-bar key because I live in Scotland. If we go over the border, sort of 10 miles away into England, it's a slightly different key, and we'll make one of them another time. After months of trolling the internet to find the plans, I eventually found some, which I'll just show you now. Right, we've got all the dimensions. Now we're going to crack on and just simply make it, and hopefully it will work, but we'll have to test that on an ROC post. So let's crack on. Today we will be using some 20mm thick-walled round bar, which we're going to need 300mm of for the handle. We're going to use this 12mm round. Well, that's the machined edge. There's a cut edge, which we will taper down 16mm of this to make a 9mm slot at the bottom of the key, as in the diagram I showed you. Then we need some 7mm, although I couldn't get 7mm, so I got 6mm round bar. This is to make two 5mm pins that will stick out our shaft, as you've seen on the plans for it, one on one side and one out the other. So to do it, we're going to cut this shaft, which is going to go straight through the handle, so I can weld it at the top, and then we'll have a recessed section on the bottom. The pins I'm going to drill right through the bar and slot the pins through, because they're so short at 5mm that you're not going to be able to weld them on and get any strength. So drilling them through and welding up the backs and grinding it flush is the way to go, I think. So let's get cutting some steel. So first off, we will have our pipe, and we are going to have 300mm. Then next we will have from our cut end this in total, because we need a 174mm shank from the bottom to here, but we're adding 20mm on to go through the handle, so we're on 194mm. I was nearly at the right thing. 194. That's that. And lastly, our two tiny micro pins that we need. So these have to be 5mm, but I'm going to stick them through the 12mm bar. So I'm going to cut them off about 18, which is a little tad longer than need be, but I can grind them off later because they're just so small. Right, so now we have our handle, our bar, and how our two pins will go. We just have to recess this 16 mil up to make the diameter of the bar 9 millimeters, and drill through here to put the bar through and drill through the actual bar itself. Let's get on with that. Okay, so we're going to mark this at 15 mil. That's going to give us a decent handle. Center punch. And this one needs marked in 2 places. And we'll mark our 27. So that's leaving 16 for our recessed part at the bottom. And then the first one is 8 up to the base. We're doing halfway through the 6 mil. So that's 11. So that's how I get the 27 for my center, which is there. So we'll get our old center punch mark there. And the next one, the base of the bar is 21 mils from the recess. So we are 37, 40. It's a nice easy one to measure. Same line, just exactly opposite. I think we should be good to go with that, our 2 marks. So now we'll drill them out. I think I have the 6 mil in. Let's drill these 2 holes first, right through. So in goes our stock. Give it a little spray cutting compound. And that is our two holes. We'll do the pipe. I'm going to run a 6 mil through this first, just because it's quite big to run a 12 through. Good. Take the 6 mil out, which is finished with just now. So we'll pop them back, and this is the 12 mil I had ready. Just double check, yep. So now I am going to set my verniers to 16 and lock them. 16 is how far I need to make a recess. Down here. So I'm just going to pop it in the vise. You can see, I hope that's in focus because I've no screen on this camera, how I've just cut in that, then I'll grind this part down so then we have a 9mm diameter left. Okay, so now we're going to grind this down on the linisher. Oh. See that now. There's 9, even knocking it, it's like they keep knocking it to 9.12 bits. That's what we're after. That's our recess. Now we'll get these welded up. I'll put this in here. I know because I cut it long, if I just leave that slightly recessed in there, then it's going to be fine. So there we have one. This one needs popped in from the other side, I think. So there are our two prongs. Quick cool. And there we have them flush. Now we need to put the top on and through. So this is going to need a little bit of a tap, I think. So let's take this back to the thing and give it a little bit of a, I want to make sure it's in line with these if we can. Looks good. They just need trimmed up. This needs welded in, and we'll weld the bottom as well. My pipe welding is awful. I haven't done anything like that for a long time. But let's put this in here first. Okay. do in here too. How is the best way to do this, do you think? Like that. Right, let's take off. Do you know what? I'm going to cool it off first. Okay, cool. Let's give them a grind. So that's the basic key there. As well, it's a little bit tatty, but I could file that up. Actually, it was a little bit of a wire on there, so I'm going to quickly just give these a file up, take these edges off on the grinder, bevel that little edge there just a little bit. As you can see, just to tidy this up. But that is the Scottish T-bar key. Let's do some finishing off. The other thing we nearly forgot is need to make sure these are 5mm. So set the burners again. Five. And then we'll quickly grind them off. Yep. Anyway, here we go. A Scottish T-bar key. Good enough grip to hold, and we can stick a bar in there if need be. It only goes halfway, but even if you had two, you could get a bit extra leverage on them. And that is it, the all important key positions and the recess. So we shall go and we shall try this out the next opportunity we get. Thanks for watching.